Hey, I'm Chi,
I'm DD.
and we are MIB. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
First season, second episode.
Yes, sir.
We get better. We getting better, ain't we?
Every day we get better. You know what I'm saying?
Man, how did you take? Did you get a lot of reactions for my first episode?
First episode, I got a lot of good reactions. A lot of people enjoying, learning everything that we talking about. So, yeah, man. We're going to keep the ball rolling. We're going to keep the snowball growing. You know what I'm saying? Start an avalanche.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got any promotions you want to promote right quick, bro?
Man, just shout out to the Money Train team, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lazy Boy. You know, he doing this thing. I see him out here recording.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we got all wheels turning right now. Everybody getting it. Everybody getting paid. Man, I love to see it. Yeah, I love
You
to see it,
good. You good. You good. You good. You good. You looking good.
Hey, appreciate it, bro.
You look like money.
Man,
He say you look like money.
Yeah, man.
They say every time I look on Snap, everything, my man look like money. This morning I seen a hard gold grill looking like a young Master P.
Oh, nah, man. You know, it's a weekend thing, you know what I'm saying?
I can dig it, my brother. I can dig it. I can dig it. I got great reviews. Hey, man, we shot up. We went from under 26 views from the first couple videos we uploaded on YouTube before that one. Now we're at 11 hours watched.
Ooh, they see the professionalism. Look at it.
Hey, man, appreciate it, my brother. That's great. We started out like at 7 subscribers. We're now at 33 as of this morning when I checked. We got 8 downloads on all our audio downloads. So we're doing pretty great, man. I loving that. I think this was gonna be because our people gonna look at this. We got a multi-angle thing going this week, so we're gonna do good.
Yeah, man. So y'all like and subscribe, man. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Free support, man.
Man, support us.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, subscribe. That's all you gotta do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's that easy, man. This week we talking about money versus credit.
Yeah, money versus credit. Big topic. Big topic.
My man over there came up with it, so I'm gonna let him spill. What made you come up with that topic, bro?
Man, I feel like people need to know about credit and what is money worth with credit, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they get out of high school, like people say it all the time, why we don't learn about credit in high school? Well, let's hear what we're here to talk about today, you know what I'm saying? We're going to teach y'all a little bit about the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, man, we got to learn that. We got to learn that because I'm going to tell you, money, I fucked off. Credit, I fucked off. So, see, I know my man Didi is good at it, but at his age, I think I have like my second credit card. I had like a $900 limit, and I really went through that less than a week.
Oh my God!
During a week, and I don't even remember what I bought. It was just spin back to get to zero, man. So we're gonna talk about money versus credit, man. But I'm gonna do my little shout outs. First off, I wanna thank my brother Didi for being a co-host with me, man. No, shout out to Lazy Boy Studios, which I do own, man. Which I'm just giving a shout out to myself. Yeah. He say, man, shout out to Money Train Association for letting they owner, which is he standing in front of me, coming over here and rocking out. We're gonna build this thing, man. Shout out to City of Hillsborough, man. Yeah. We doing this for y'all. We want everybody in the world to hear us, but this comes from our heart. This really does come from my heart, man. Shout out to my boy Tony. I did an episode with him earlier today. Intellectual Class Clown. He said he shout us out on his podcast. I'm giving a shout out right back. Also, shout out to Essence Sense. I did the video shoot for him this Saturday. We're going to start promoting his items. He's bringing on us as a brand ambassador. And we about to get to it. Money versus credit. So I'm going to let my man open up and talk the difference between money and credit by starting off with money. Go ahead, man.
All right, so everybody know what money is. All right, so you work for money. You have 4 different sectors of money. You can either have your earned income, you got pure passive income, you can be a employer, or you can own a business. And y'all know how I like doing it. I like pure passive income. That's how I work things out. I like spending other people's money. That's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? You seen my Snapchat last night?
You sound like a gold digger when you said that, bro.
You seen my Snapchat last night? None of that money was mine. It's everybody else's money that I got just for free from dividends and vending machines and stuff like that. I just like looking at my money and looking at it grow. And the big difference between money and credit, I like to say, is credit is like a bike. If you don't know how to utilize it, it's pointless. You know what I'm saying? So the 2 and 2 go hand in hand. Money and credit go good together. But most people don't know much about credit. They get a credit card. Me, I'm 25. I got 4 credit cards, but all of them are they managed to the T. no more than 30% on each credit card to boost my credit up. So when I'm 28, 29, I can get that dream house I want, get that dream car I want, low interest rate. Because if you got a high interest rate, when you get out of school, you get a car, credit bad, you get that new car, you're going to be paying probably triple because the interest rate is high, and most people don't realize that, man.
Man.
Take on
He said some deep
money.
stuff. My man said use it as a bike. I know grown people who don't even know how to ride a bike. And just like that, I know a lot of grown people who don't use a credit card. So that's the real spill. There is a love infatuation with money it's the love-hate relationship. It's really a toxic. You know, you see a lot of memes about people talking about toxic relationship.
Yeah.
We have a real, in this world, especially with our people, we have a real toxic relationship with money. Think about it. Money is really ugly to us because we don't want to take the time to learn it, understand it, and when to say no to it. Almost like a relationship.
Nice.
We'll hop into it just like we take this big check, stimulus check or whatever, this income tax. We'll just spend, but then turn around and say we need more of it and more instead of just understanding how do I grow it. I think you should treat money like your child. Even though your child doesn't know what's bad for them, you want them to grow up and be better than you. You want your money to be almost in a sense, you got to think, I want my money to be at the point where I am 5 years from now. So let me start thinking like that. And a lot of times people don't understand that. Me personally, I can contest to that. I used to look at this, spend money, and wake up the next morning and figure out how I'm going to get some more. And when I say that, I remember times with money, it's like I would spend my money, then I would spend all the next day trying to take out loans.
Ooh.
Hey, loan companies, if y'all fucking see me,
Yeah, you go get that phone.
I don't owe ya. I don't owe. It's been 7 years. Just know that.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years. Just know that. But it's a love-hate relationship. But sometimes money is debt in this country. It was tucking off the gold standards back in the 70s. So we have to understand it. We got to make good debt work for us.
Yes, that's essential.
Essential, like a worker during the pandemic.
For real. Yeah, and that's like on the intake. Growing up with me, I didn't start working on my credit till I was 23, so about 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And you know, when you growing up, your parents tell you, "Hey, stay away from credit cards. They bad for you. Don't go get no credit card. Don't go get no loan." Well, they don't tell you not to get a loan because I know multiple people with loans, student loans, and stuff like that. But credit cards, they tell you to stay away from it. For what? That's to help you. So, like, if I have a son or something, of course, I'm going to get a credit card in his name. As soon as he born, work it up, build it up, just buy nothing but gas and food, pay it back. Don't go over 33% on it. So, by the time he's 18, he can have the chance that I didn't have, having that credit score of over 700 at the age 18.
Man, I totally agree. I have a son right now, and I have a daughter, and just my son. My girl actually has an 18-year-old son, and she was telling me that she put him on her credit card finally to start improving his credit right now. And, you know, and it made me look more in depth to it, and it's one of those things, he won't get higher interest rates on a car.
Yeah.
He won't have to pay all the security deposit when he gets his own apartment. And she was just schooling me on a lot of things on just, you got to understand what it takes, and it's like, we don't understand what credit really is for. Now, if I get so let's hypothetically with credit, I want to go get a house, but I know I'm going to flip it.
Yeah.
Okay, I could take $60,000 of my money and go buy that house. The house is only, let's just say the house is only $50,000 plus repairs, another $55,000. And I know I'm going to flip it in two months. Well, how about if I can go get a loan from the bank for the cost to get it renovated, and I'm going to sell it for $80,000. That I know I'm just reaching, but just say $80,000. Okay, if it sits on the thing for 2 more months, past the 2 months, all I got to really do is take out of my all I got to do is turn around and pay the bank the monthly mortgage until I got it sold. That's good credit because in that time I can use that other $60,000 that I said I had in the bank and do other things. But that's why you got to work up to that point to have good credit.
Yeah.
And it's like right then I wouldn't use cash. I'm not going to use all my money in my bank.
Who would want to do that? You know? That's how I had an auto loan. I had got an auto loan for my cash car, but I had the cash. But what's the point? I can build trust and build my credit up with this company. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And pay it off little by little by little until I get tired of paying my note. Just pay it off, build my credit. You know. So credit, you gotta want credit to work for you. You know. It's kind of like money. How you get money to work for you, you gotta get credit to work for you.
You gotta whoop that ass like they a slave.
Nah, for real.
You gotta whoop it like a slave. That's like you gotta whoop it like a slave. Like, don't be enslaved to credit card and money. That's really what the argument really should be. Money versus credit, but it's more of don't be a slave to neither.
Yeah.
But no, this more is about what's the difference when you should use it to, and what's the pros and cons. So what do you think the pro and con is with money if you're going to go do something?
Pros with money. All right, so the pros with money, it's limit. Like, yeah. All right, so you work for money. You know how to manage your money good. You should be good on money. If you don't know how to manage your money, I mean, you just out of luck on both ends. But the pros with money, you have full control over what you do, and you can reap the consequences. You can bear the fruit. You can do that with credit as well, but with money, it's more your own kind of management thing, you know, because it's yours.
Oh, okay. I think the pros with money, when in certain situations, like if I'm going to the store, I can use money. I have no problem with that. Get some gas. Something that's real small, I don't mind using cash. But if I feel like I can buy it now and pay for it later, then I can do that. Like, let's just hypothetically, if my credit was right, I could have got everything you've seen all in one day. Yeah. But I had to get it over time because, like I say, I'm working on my credit. Yeah. And that would have been a good time to do it. So the con is with money, if you run out, whatever you have in your pocket or your bank, if you ain't got no credit, money runs out. Yeah, it's limited. It's like you said, it's limited. And money doesn't grow in your pocket. And I'm gonna say this: in some instances, just sitting in your regular checking account, it doesn't grow. No, money. I mean, you got to think about it. I think if you don't make money, you're losing money.
Facts.
Because if you're not making money, you got to constantly. It's almost what we got to do. We got to constantly put material out there. We can't. If we set that one episode last week on YouTube, I guarantee you at some point it's going to hit a ceiling. Yeah. It probably already has hit a ceiling. But if we keep on putting into different investments, doing different things, adding new structures to we starting to make money grow while it's sitting in our money market account, or it's sitting in our stocks and bonds account, because we're putting it in a different place. We're investing in our business, like we talked about last week with brand building. And I think the pros with credit, I don't have to use the cash in my pocket. That's the greatest pro ever. And I always can, most of the time, if you got good credit, you can get more on a credit limit than you probably have in your bank. Yeah,
and they give you like bonuses, and they give you all kinds of stuff. You get rewards for just having good credit scores.
Say, like, frequent flyer miles.
You know what I'm saying? Good credit comes with a lot, like, man. But like I said, the two go hand in hand. When you got a lot of money, the odds are you gonna have good credit. If you struggling with money, you gonna be struggling with credit. It's a balance thing. So you gotta, like, if you just now building your credit and you learning how to manage your money and stuff, I wouldn't go do what I do and got 4 credit cards, because I do this stuff in real life, you know.
No, I totally agree. You got to understand that the really con with credit is not paying off your
and that's up to you.
You really kind of determine if you don't pay they say don't just pay 20%, try to keep it at a 30, try to keep it only using the 30%. But the only pro is if you max out your credit cards, then you fuck up your credit history. To me, that's really just it, to be honest. Like that's really no one ever complains about credit card unless you're enslaved to credit cards and you're, like I said earlier about the waking up, going to go apply for loans. Well, I'm waking up. I remember when I got my second one, I started getting one from like Discover. I got one from these little small companies. I got had 4 at the same time, and they all came. I got one week. Next week, the next one came in. I was literally, once I spent the Discover, boom, I'm applying for another one. I'm telling you, see, he gives you the side the steps you should have taken. I'm gonna show you the steps you should avoid, because I'm telling you, and this was at 23, 24, 25, little bit of 26, but because at that time I couldn't use credit, everything is cash. I had to get out there and hustle a little bit more. But with that being said, it was one of those things I became enslaved to spending. And really, this is more of a spending. We have a love-hate relationship with spending.
Liabilities.
It is it really is for instance, like, did you use credit when you started doing your vending machines?
No, not at all. All cash.
Oh, okay. So what made you? Did you want it? Did you thought about using credit, or you thought it was smart to just pay cash?
I thought it was just smart just to pay cash because, I have to buy material for the machines. I got to restock them. I got to spend gas to go up there. So then if I get that loan, I'm going to have to pay them back too. So now I'm paying for material. On top of that, I'm paying the loan off. So my profits are not as, big as it would be if I just saved up and just paid cash for it, and I just get full profit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I went that route. I mean, unless I'm getting a brand new $5,000 machine, then I think about looking at credit, but I don't see myself taking that route.
No, okay, yeah, man. A $5,000 machine. I gotta know that bad boy is rolling like a trap spot.
That mother better be mobile.
When I pull up, I better be seeing people waiting outside like the new pair of Jordans when I go in the car.
And that's the thing about vending machine. I know this ain't the vending machine topic.
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing.
What's the difference between $1,000 machine and a $5,000 machine if they both accumulating the same money if they in the same spot? So I kind of avoided that route of buying the brand new ones. I like getting stuff for a discount, just like stocks.
But we are kind of, from what I hear, we're moving to a cashless society.
Ooh, man, hey, I've been talking about that all week.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is, at some point you're gonna have to get ahead of the curve. It just hypothetically, if we do go to a cashless society, so it's like you might. So let's just say hypothetically, we'll just play the what if game. Would you take a loan out, or would you save the cash to go get a new machine? It's $5,000.
I'll probably take a loan out. I ain't gonna even cap to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll take a loan out.
The
more expensive something is, the more you want to get that loan.
But if his credit's right, he won't have to pay that much on the interest point.
Exactly.
He said you probably have to take a personal business loan, but hey, man, it is what it is.
Man, I hope the federal government watching this, man. Y'all better not get rid of that cash though, cause
oh, man, I have so many. Man, something we talked about last week that might have to get a pin in it if we go to a cashless society. Yeah, man. Hey, say I forgot to talk to you about that earlier when we were doing pre-talks, but I'm like, we might have to put a pin in that, because it's like it may get to something like that, and it's like, damn, boy. Then it'll be when to use credit, how to use credit versus when not to use credit. Because the conversation of cash and credit, well, I guess it's still cash if it's sitting in your bank account. But you get our drift. So, man, like when you going, like when you buy your jewelry, do you try to buy it cash or credit?
Oh, man, you trying to put me on the spot.
Hey, man, we got to be honest. Ask tough questions. You can ask me tough questions. Yeah.
All right, so for the most part, I buy all my cash, all my jewelry in cash. But I did have a pendant that I no longer have. My girlfriend lost it. It would cost us.
You ain't getting shit for Valentine's, baby.
Nah, look, anniversary coming up. Yeah.
Don't ask for no damn Jordans.
Man, so yeah, I bought a pendant. It was VS1s. It was pretty expensive, so I went credit route. It wasn't that much. I was paying it with my vending money. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and went credit with that. You know what I'm saying? No need for me to just be out here flexing.
Damn, man. Damn it.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Hey, that's a tough question.
I'm gonna put myself on the spot.
Yeah.
I think, what was it? My auntie, these mics. I had cash, but I didn't want to spend it. Yeah. So I was like, I said, hey, Nami, man, invest in me. And she was like, for what? And I was like, I need something for my studio. What studio? You go destroy your apartment, lose your security deposit for your apartment. I was like, I don't care about that. Yeah, I literally had to beg her. And I'm like, man, if I would just been right, I wouldn't have to beg her to use her credit card.
Yeah, hey, that's another thing we need to talk about. Co-signing.
Oh my God.
Don't do it. You
talking about co-signing for yourself or ask somebody else to co-sign for you?
No. From somebody co-signing for somebody else, you co-signing for somebody else. Because if they don't pay it, I don't like putting my credit in nobody's hands but my own. I don't co-sign.
What about when you get married?
Husband supposed to be paying most of the bills anyway. You gotta stay on top of that. What about you?
That's when we go different.
Yeah.
I say it like this. I would mind personally when it comes to certain things if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to leave. We're going to say I got a cousin named A. Cousin A stays with his girl. Cousin A doesn't do nothing really. Cousin A basically gets put out every time she gets mad, or cousin A never always loses his spot, and he wants me to co-sign for a business loan. But I actually have the credit, and I have the credit. No, you know why? Because how can you tell me you can't do with this 10,000 business loan, and I didn't see you with $10?
Yeah.
Now cousin B, I see him working. He probably lost something. Probably we'll just say during a hurricane or just something. I'm not just saying something that can make you lose what you got going. Let's say he owns a detail business, but his motor went out. He needs a new power washer. He needs some of that nature. He has $500. I know he's been grinding. He cleans my car.
Yeah.
And I look at, but he's trying to work and do the same thing. So he really wasn't expect that. He comes and say, I don't need 10,000. He said, I need 10,000, but I'll make you a part owner of it. I give you a percentage of it. I'll pay you back or give you a percentage of it. Okay, I done seen you. I done turned you on to people, and you still doing it. Your power wash is part of your business. You invested in that power washer, so I didn't. So I don't mind getting that fixed. And you telling me something like I can be part owner of it too, or I can either be part owner or he could pay me back. Well, you have a good standing history too, and I know you can go get it, and you work a job. So I would co-sign a loan for myself. I wouldn't co-sign a loan. I'll take the loan out for myself.
Yeah.
And invest in getting him a new power washer, and most likely get it in writing.
Yeah.
Then take it is. But far as me, hey man, let me put my name on. No.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a headache. It becomes a headache.
Yeah, because that one person can pretty much destroy your credit. It's hard to build credit up, but it's easy to lose it.
Nah, it really is, and that's why you gotta protect your credit like you protect your heartbeat.
Nah, for real. That's facts.
You gotta like you protect your heartbeat, man, because money is like I said, a love-hate relationship. A real love-hate relationship, and nobody wants to meet it. And you gotta understand, we're fighting generations, because other generations come up learning, non-black for the most part. They kind of understand the game. Use money when necessary. Use credit most of the time. Use credit as a way to come up. And even if you take a fall, all you got to do is pay. Even let's just hypothetically, you max out your credit card trying to get a new vending machine. Your vending machine don't really take off. Well, you don't have to go ahead and pay that whole credit card off. Even if you can make payments on it and start saving for another one.
Yeah.
That to me is smart. I'm paying it off at a very low interest rate. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it default. That's smart.
Yeah.
Whereas if you take your last $5,000, go buy that machine. That machine don't pick off, and it's like you got to have these conversations with people. Say, man, I thought you had it. I thought I thought you had it. And it's like, man, my business, for whatever reason it fails, you ain't got that 5,000. You losing, money is hemorrhaging by the day, and it's like I got to still try to keep the upkeeps on that. I still got to try to save money, and I still got to feed myself.
Yeah, it's too much. It's a lot of risk when you do it like that,
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Especially when it's somebody like me, because I know, like, saving money wise, I save for like periods of time. So it takes time to build up. So I try to protect my load, as much as I can. So I take less risk as possible when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So would you take out, let's say hypothetically, would you take out a loan or credit and invest in the stock market?
Nah, I use my own money. That's pointless when you're doing that. It's pointless. I feel like it's pointless doing that.
Why would you say it's pointless?
Because, like, when you in the stock market, you building credit, I don't think you can do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
There's ways you can. Now with the whole idea of Cash App and Square Cash where you can charge. Let's just I know some people.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing this out there. I know some people. I don't know no people. I know a lot of times they will, how they do it? They'll do a cash advance on their credit card, or if they got Square cards, they can, to their business, get it sent to their bank account, take that money, put it in a thing. Trust me, people have ways.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's not nothing about it is illegal. It's nothing illegal. It's just like if I have Square, that Square thing and slide, you change it back to your account. You take that, you put it. It goes into your account. You got to pay the little tax percentage to Square, whatever it was, and do that. So there's no way around it. But let's just hypothetically, the bank say, "Hey, we want to give you a personal loan of $10,000.
Oh, and would I put that in the stock market?
Yeah.
Oh, hell
Now,
yeah.
I mean, credit. I mean, we're not talking about credit cards either. We're talking about credit, like credit cards and credit with the bank.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 10,000. Yeah, I'll put it in the bank. Yeah, I'll put that in the stock market. Yeah.
Okay.
Not all 10, but you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put, even right now, even though we're talking about money, I'm gonna put 50 to 60%.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow 10% of it. I'm gonna let you know. A band of it is getting blown. I'm sorry. I got my moments.
Fun. It's just a band.
He said, look at him, got that 10. Look, I'm gonna take 1,000 and blow it.
Yeah.
And if it's around when that PS5 drop,
So Calvin, this is how I would play it if I was to get the 10K. I'll put 10% up off top, so 1,000 going away. Like you said, you want to have fun with your money. 1,000 go to yourself. Mm-hmm. About 40-60% I will put in the stock market on dividend stocks that's going to pay you in the long run. So you really not losing money. You still accumulating different streams of income on monthly dividend, quarter dividend stocks. So really it would be when you put that 60% in, you probably getting paid $100, $200, $300 a month off stocks now. So that's not a bad investment at all, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
So right now, let's just say hypothetically, you got 5,000. Right, we'll take it down to 5,000. There's this vending machine that you want. What would you expand by more vending machines? Would you put it in the spot market? What would you do?
Right now, for me, vending is eating, but like you said, we don't know if we going cashless. We don't know if we going card. So I would invest in maybe a credit card vending machine reader. I'll do half and half.
Damn.
I do half and half. 10% to myself. So 500 go to me, half and half.
If it came to it right now, let's just say hypothetically, it's time for my leases up in the park. We're gonna do it hypothetically here.
Yep.
I may just take that 5,000 and there's a suite that I can go buy and put all my stuff in. If I can, I'm gonna try to pay that 2 months in advance. Just thinking, I may have to sleep out that motherfucker too. That might be my new apartment.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to take half of it and try to say if it's like 1,500, so that's 3,000 gone just to pay my lease there, and all that, and get the lights turned on and all that stuff. And then the rest of it, I'm gonna purchase, get new equipment. Because if I can make my job easier, like right now, when you first came, it took me about 30 minutes to set up.
Yeah.
A lot of that is just getting more equipment and getting certain things that can weed out. Like I'll get things that can do multiple things than once. Instead. But when you're using cash, I had to buy one thing at one time, this at one time, this at one time, because I didn't have all the cash. So I was like, I needed to do the minimum. But I'm using cash because I don't have credit. So buying 2 of these mic things, I can afford $200. But if I get a UBS one, it's more easy. I don't have to run it to my Zoom.
Yeah.
But if I had credit, I could have just bypassed getting the Zoom, and I can run it straight into my computer.
Ooh, tech, man.
They say so, but that's like just if you got a loan for credit, you'll buy that. But me right now, this is the reason why I had to use a lot of my cash, and I am going through it from the standpoint of not taking care of I am the living example of why if you don't take care of your credit, you got to do everything cash. And like I say, cash is limited. Cash is very limited. And you got to think about what we're already trying to do, what you got going. I still got to pay for the lights in this. It's a studio, but it's still where I lay my head at. So it's like, and cash is limited. So, sometimes I can't. I was like, I want to go buy this, but damn, I may have to pay my light bill. Or I may have to pay my internet. I wonder would the light company hold off on that light bill. Yeah. And pray to God they don't get turned off when I'm in the middle of session.
So now you outweighing your options, but at least you investing your money on something that's gonna pay you back in the long run,
Man, that's all we can try to
do. You at town, he's doing your thing, man.
Man, that's what I'm trying to do right quick.
Heck yeah, so money and credit, man. They go hand in hand, and you got good money, you good with money, you could be good with credit. Me personally, I own 4 credit cards, 2 credit ones, and then I bank with members only. And they got a pretty low interest rate on that. And if you pay on time, you get bonuses. They'll increase. Because I started out with a secured loan, and then once you build up for a year, you get your money back. So you initially start out with $300, They give you the $300 back in a year, and then it's unsecured, and it goes up $200. So the limit went up to $500, and then you just build on that. And I'm 2 years in, so do the math. I'm at $1,000 on one credit card. The other ones, like I said, you get rewards. They keep boosting you up, you know. It's a pretty good thing, man. I love credit. I wish I'd have learned earlier as soon as I got out of high school. That's why we doing this right now. So for our young viewers watching, let's work on it now. You know what I'm saying? So you can bear the fruit early on.
If you 24. Parents, 16, 15, hey, man, I'm not telling people how to live. If you a young cat, 16, 17, and you in them streets, I'm not knocking you. Let's get you out the streets. So you don't have to spend 20 years in jail. Then you get out, you really ain't got no credit. You can't really do nothing. So you're already behind when you get out. But let's just say you 16 and 17. You know, you could take your money and invest it in certain things. Let's just say you on the block and whatever you doing. We just say hypothetically you're making $1,000 a week. After reading up and doing what you got to do, take at least half of that. Get you an LLC.
Man.
Or, hey, look, you don't want to get no money put in your name? Get your mama to do it. Tell your mama, look, mama, put this in there. Then tell her, already do, hey, mama, I'm going to do this, and I got a plan. This is my plan. Or invest in one of your homeboys' businesses.
That's a good topic. I'm glad you brought that up.
I mean, yeah.
That's a real conversation.
Like, I know people want to use it as, it's money. It's not money learning. You're investing into something else. Go ahead.
Man, So I've been pulling up on people, talking to people, teaching them about the stock game and how everything works. And yesterday I told one of my homeboys, I was like, man, everybody know how to make money, man. I got homeboys that sell drugs, OGs that sell drugs. Everybody know how to make money. Nobody know how to build wealth. And that's sad. Nobody don't know how to build wealth, man.
And it's very sad. And I think they do that on purpose. It's almost the hate or love relationship they have with money, because it's like, I'm gonna make this money so we can eat food physically. Instead it's like, I want to make this money so we can eat 10 years from now.
From now.
You never heard, I promise you, if you listen to any song today when they're talking about trapping, they never say, I'm trying to feed my kids for the rest of their life. It's always, I'm trying to feed them now. And it's nothing wrong. I understand as a man, your instincts, you don't want nobody to be hungry. But long term, can you meet any of them and ask them, hey, how your family gonna eat 5 years from now?
Facts, bro. I know people who making twice as much what I make. They pulling in $3,000, $4,000 every 3 days, but they don't have cars. They don't have homes. What's the point? You petty hustling. I hate to say it, but you petty hustling. You don't own anything. You're gonna continue to do that forever until you get caught, get jammed up. You don't have a bank account. You can't go get the cars you want unless you have it all cash. You have no proof of income.
Then
it's sad,
most of the time they get them in the chicks they talking to. Then when she get mad at you, she come take it because it's in her name.
Yeah, man. It's
like we have to be real honest about that conversation. Like,
yeah.
if you get money ill gotten, and we're speaking to you because we're young brothers, I'm not knocking you for doing that. I understand, I really do. But what is the way out? What is the way out? If you got a rap career, cool. Make sure you put every month, you putting every dime. You paying for the best studios, the best promotions. So at least when you start streaming in your money from iTunes, Spotify, you can say, I got legit money.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and let you know, 7 years of limitation. I mean, 7 years statute of limitation. They can't come and get you. That's just telling you law. And you gotta understand, anything in business, it's people that's on Wall Street that go to jail. I mean, every now and then some will come back and say, hey, we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the game is crooked. I won't say nothing like that. All I'm saying is use your money to start to get a way out. If that makes sense. If that makes sense.
Man, some of the most loyal people ever that have crossed me sold drugs. So I'm not knocking none of that. My thing is, if you making that much money, if you making $20K, you got $20K in cash, you should no longer have to sell drugs. You should go to a real estate auction, land sell for $2,000, $3,000. What's the point of still hustling like that when you can have more, doing it the legal way, the business way? You know what I'm saying? Instead of keep doing it illegally, getting smoked by one of your partners, somebody running off on the plug. You know what I'm saying?
Because they know you. They, like you said, they know you got $20K. We gonna just say woo 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 woo. A nigga named Q, just a random Q. We know Q got money. Q get this. Q do this. Hey, I'm a smart guy. I know Q ain't got no bank account. I know he ain't depositing that.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. I know he be at his baby mama house. He be at his partner spot. He be at his mama house. I've been to all three. I hit here. I hit here. I hit here. I'm bound to mess around and come up. And guess what? They done took all your cash. But if it look, let's just say hypothetically you get your car in your baby mama's name. Baby mama, once you go start a daycare business. Once you go start, let me put you through school, then we open up your own nursing clinic. Like, if you know, look, baby, for the next 2 years, I'm in grind mode, I'm putting it into you. They can't come after her. It's ways to do it. Once you go get you a lot of land, put some cements, go to car auctions, like you said, go get some cars, invest in that. Clean up your habits. That's all you got to do. Clean up your habits, because no one can say that's money laundering. If that's the case, little kids who sell lemonade and don't pay taxes, that's money laundering.
Yeah.
I mean, to the highest degree. It's not illegal to sell lemonade, but if they're not paying taxes and they put it into their parents' account, that's by official, they're cleaning up their money.
Yeah.
And this is why you can't have garage sales so many times. You only at your house, because by then it's illegal and you need to pay business tax. I'm just saying. So let's just follow me clear. Use that money to get up out what you got going. That's all I want to tell my young brothers. Like, find something. Even if you got to sell hubcaps, even if you got to sell bumper stickers with Jack in the Box logos on it, even if you got to go buy Jack in the Box, and if you got 2 or 3 homeboys and y'all all go score from the plug at one time, hey, what's the name's a rapper in our neighborhood? Let's tell him we'll sign him to a contract. We be his man. Don't be like Tekashi 6ix9ine grew. They was over there saying. But what I'm saying is, if it's 2 or 3 of y'all and y'all got one homeboy trying to get something in line, go to him and say, look, man, we gonna stay. We ain't gonna hang out with you. We gonna stay away from you. We gonna fund your money. We gonna fund your businesses so we can get out this thing and move forward. And talk about the ramifications behind closed doors. But it's a way to get out. Yeah. And let's just say hypothetically, if y'all get jammed, let's just say hypothetically, one of y'all get jammed up, and the cops just takes you and whatever you have on you, 10,000 you got in your bed. Well, you done put money over here, put money over here. You done put money over here. You got money in your bank account. You got kids. You got life insurance. You made sure it was paid.
Yeah.
It's still messed up. You got to go to jail. But at least when you come out, hey man, I got so much money on the street. I'm not walking away poor, asking nobody for no job. I don't have to worry about none of that, because in my 5 years, the stock market probably gave me all types of dividends.
Yeah.
Baby mama done got that daycare. Now we got 2 daycares. Homeboy who's a rapper now, he's on a major label.
Getting the streams up.
You say, so what that telling you? I invested to the people. I didn't invest into bullshit like making sure I'm buying bottles at the club, because that never comes back. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. I'm going to do it one time when I get my first million. I'm going ahead and throw it. The little ignorance in me going to do that. Yeah. Just let y'all know that. I'm going to be in the club throwing them bottles.
I'm going to pop bottles, but I ain't giving no strippers no money.
And it say, go pick. I got a homeboy. I would say this. My homeboy, he goes to the strip club. He always picks up some of the ones on him. And I told him the bouncers, he just an ass. And I'm like, bro, the bouncers is going to be. He said, bro, I'm 5'5". They can't see me.
Hey, real story. I got kicked out the strip club for that. I was recycling money, picking it up and throwing it back at them. Like, I was young though, so I was like, man, I ain't got money like that. I'm picking it up, throwing it down. They're like, you can't do that.
Nah, I remember one time the same homeboy, we was at the club, just a regular club. You know, it's cats in there that want to throw money up in the air.
Yeah.
You know, most men gonna stand there and, nah, man, I'm a man. He was picking up some money, because I was like, he's sure. So I was like, bro, what you doing? He was like, shit, this is my third. They slipped up and threw a 20 in there, and he picked it up. I was like, and he bought us breakfast that morning that night. And I'm like, but it tucks me to a different thing. They use money to throw at the club. Let's just hypothetically, they threw $100. The lowest stock you can get right now, you can probably get it for $8 and get some type of dividend. So we just go at
$4. Most of my dividend stocks, they play monthly, $4.
Okay, so that's, you can buy 20 stocks. No, about 96 stocks of something, 96 shares of something, with $2 left over. Go get you a McDouble.
Yep, and you're getting paid.
But you went to the club to feed an insecurity. That's a love-hate relationship you have with money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's a real love and hate relationship, because that what is that? What we just say, about 40? That's about 45 shares, I believe. 42. I can't get the math on it right now. Think about 44 shares. 44 shares Dividends give you, we'll just say probably like $2. I'm just throwing that about $2 a month, or I don't know if it's semi-annual, annually, but whatever it is, you probably just missed out probably like $20. I'm just throwing a random number out there
for the year.
For the year,
most dividend stocks are dividend growth stocks. So over the period of time, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna continue to grow.
And and if you reinvest your gain capital,
ooh, I got it, man.
So what they really telling you? Your cash became a pro but giving it to my homeboy who took us and fed us, we got a free meal out of it, so we didn't lose nothing. You could have took that and you could have been feeding your family 10 years from now.
Yep.
That's that love-hate relationship. Now, I used to be like, that's one thing I didn't do. I was never gonna go throw no money in the crowd. I'm sorry.
Me either.
Unless I go to a club and I'm promoting, they just want us to come promote them. Like, hey, MIB, we want y'all to come promote us, and we want you to throw money since y'all. Okay, are you giving us the money? And even then, I'm like, Didi, let's go count some of this.
Yeah. All
right, cool. We're gonna give. They gave us 2,000. We're gonna stretch out. We're gonna stretch out about 500. So you throw $100 worth of ones I throw.
Oh yeah.
Because we keeping the 1,500.
I got plenty of ones for them too. Shit.
He said they get. Boy, y'all crazy.
I never do nothing like that. Never had that on my mind. Never been that type of person.
What's the most ignorant thing you ever did with money?
I threw money. Not at no strip club. I got all right. So here's the story.
I'm listening.
There was a few cats there, so they listen to it. They'll remember it. Man, I got drunk one time, and when I get drunk, I'm not the same person as I am. I'm a little more ignorant, a little more arrogant. So somebody made me mad or something. Something happened. They're like, man, I make too much money to argue with you. So I went to my car. I got all my vending machine re-up money. So it's like $300 in ones, and I threw them at our house parking lot. All of them, just because I was upset. Yeah, that was probably the dumbest.
Somebody got them the Gram Slam that morning.
Yeah, they got under my skin, so I was like, man, I make more on my side hustle than you do in your full time.
Damn, they must have really got it.
Yeah. Hey, I don't act like that no more.
I know, man. Hey, man, that was great that you told us. At least they could kind of see. Like, I want people to see that we're human.
Yeah.
Most of this is experience. So when he tells that story, it could happen.
What about you? The car situation.
Nah, I got stories. Okay. What happened? Which one do I want to tell you? Do I want to tell you the one with the chick, or do I want to tell you when I was with my homeboy?
It's always chicks with you, man.
We need to put money versus love or lust.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, man. I'm going to keep it simple. I went to a party with one of my best homeboys, right? And it was I was really going to go be a wingman. And, you know, I was looking fresh. I had a fitted cap. I was in shape at that time.
Okay.
Had a six pack.
Okay.
And, you know, I had the Crown Vic at the time.
6'5"
He say, look, yeah. I had the Crown Vic at that time. So we go in there, and chicks was like, chick, you know, it was a couple chicks in there. This one chick, you know, she was the loudest of the crew. She's like, I only fuck with ballin' ass niggas. She caught me at school money time.
Oh,
I ain't fuck with ballin' ass niggas. I only fuck with ballin' ass niggas. So it didn't bother me right then, and it didn't bother me then. But you know, I was like, I'm gonna get her. I want to get her. She got the fat. She wasn't the best looking, but she was like, man. So we went. She was like, man, I'm hungry. Y'all gonna feed us? Keep in mind they had food there. She was like, something's still open. Cause we went there like at 5. It's kind of a swim pool party. And she's like, y'all gonna feed us? I don't want none of the barbecue they serving around here. I'm like, man, I pay for everybody.
Ooh.
Cause I wanted to be I wanted to pay for everybody. And she was like, you gonna pay for all my homegirls? I'm like, I'm thinking it was gonna be 1, maybe 2. It was about 5 of them bitches.
Oh, no,
Excuse my language. It was 5 of them. So I don't know where we went. We ended up going there, man. We eat. I was like, get it whatever you want. It's cool, man. I got my Hill College debit card. I was working too at the time, so cool. So it came out it was like 300. No, it was 300. And she was like, I don't talk to nobody who don't pay a tip. I was like, nah, I gotta tip this person. So I tipped them $150. That's the most I ever tipped someone. 100. And I'm gonna let's take a step further. I got the chick number. I'm like, man, I got the number. I'm gonna smash. It's whatever. It's whatever. So I got home the next day. Wrong number. But then I was like, well, maybe she just gave me the wrong number. It is what it is. So I ended up seeing her at another party or something like that, and I was like, man, you gave, I think she was like, oh, my bad, it's like here, I sometimes might be forgetting, and so I was like, I'm gonna stand right here and call her, and say I'm gonna stand right here, call. She walked, she turned and walked. I'm gonna go call her phone. Then it was the wrong number. I never felt so low, but no. I'm like, I still got a little money left over from school. I was like, man, I tried to play her up. I'm like, I'm gonna go holler at a homegirl. Homegirl was actually giving me play. I'm like, I'm gonna take you out to eat. Tell your homegirls. I knew she was gonna bring her. Paid another $200. This is back-to-back weeks.
Ooh.
So I was like, I'm gonna leave a bigger tip. No, I left a little bit less than that. I think I left like $75, and I did it all just for that one chick because it drove me. Money didn't impress her. Like it really drove me that money didn't, and really she was probably just a gold digger, or she was probably letting a dude that was a bum smash anyway. And that's not even, I'm not even mad at it now, but I was just like, that was the dumbest thing, just to try to impress somebody. And it's like money is is really an insecurity cover up.
Yeah, I was always taught bread attract birds. I stay away from them kind of women. Them women.
Hello, say that again.
Bread attract birds. Hey, I always stay away from them kind of women, boy. I've never been attracted to them kind.
And partners. And gotta be.
Oh, yeah, them too.
Yeah, like we ain't going in on ladies, but it be some dudes out there that be some crumb munchers.
Man. I know too many people hang around a whole bunch of somebody that make money and they ain't making no money. That's why people hang around me. I gotta put you on game. I gotta teach you. Even if you're not interested, you gonna learn about it. You can't say I ain't never try to put you on.
Man, I got a homeboy. He not a homeboy, an OG, because we not even the same age. He about 40, so I can't even consider a homeboy. He's an OG.
I got a lot of them.
He stays in California, and I remember one time I was telling, I don't know what we were doing. He was like, and I think he was auctioning. He used to buy cars at the Dallas here and go sell them. So one day he took me with him because he needed me to drive while he needed me to drive in behind him in my car.
Yeah.
And he literally picked up the car, took it to AutoZone, got a new battery, got a tire, sold the guy the car for like $3,000. He only paid like, I think $750. I may be wrong on that.
That's how they go.
And I'm putting it all together. So it may have been like a couple of days later, but he sold it. He made like two G's, about $2,700 on it. So basically, he sold it for $2,700, and he paid for it like $750, I believe. He made $2,000. Part of me was like, I wanted to ask. I was like, dang, bro, he gave me my gas money, he gave me for my time, but I'm like, dang, bro, I want that. And he was like, he said, do you want me to teach you? He basically said, like, bro, do you want me to teach you how to fuck, or do you want me, like, he said, he said some dumb analogy, some dumb analogy of that nature, and I didn't get it, but as I got older, he was like, bro, I really want you to be here, but you should have not paid attention to me getting the money. You should pay attention to how I got the money. And basically that's what he was meant. But he said some dumb, he old, so he said
Somebody find that out. Somebody find that out.
Yeah, I'm asking, when I get off the phone, I'm asking what he said, but he was saying, he was a little bit high too. Yeah. He was a little bit high. But when I got what he was saying, he was like, pay attention to how I got the money instead of paying attention when I got the money. And after that, it opened my eyes like, when you become envious, when you watch people with money instead of watching how they get the money. That's how envy usually starts.
Yeah.
Like I leave you, or you leave your homeboys, go to college, come back, you got a new mindset. Because they didn't see you in between those years, family, cousins, whatever you want to call them, ex-girlfriends, whatever you want to call them, they didn't go off and learn with you. So when you came back, you a little bit shiny, got vending machines. Yeah. They wasn't there. They really wasn't there. So they envious. It's like he left and came back. He was done when I left. He was on my same level. I ain't gonna say dumb. I take that back. Nah, he was on my same level. He was bumming with me, smoking cigarettes with me. And in high school. Now he went to college, came back. He got this, and that. He's talking like that. He's moving like that. Like, I'm envious because what happened in that 4 years, and all I see is spending money, talking about money. Now I'm envious. Something in my heart grows envious.
And that's what another thing, you know what I'm saying, that I always try to do for myself. Like when I came back, I had to be better than what I was, So people always say, man, we don't see you at the club no more. We don't see you at the bar no more. I be like, I don't see y'all at the bank. That's where I be at. I don't see y'all at the bank.
See, Man, I don't see y'all putting in y'all time and y'all effort. Because let's be clear. If money goes to a cashless society and you're not working on some type of hustle that generates you money that's going straight to your bank account, then the job you work for or whatever is going to control you, because you're going to be at the pursuit of, you can't get a paper check and take a little bit out. They're going to directly put into your bank account. And you're going to have to wait a couple of days. Whereas if you got a side or you got a business, that's going to a different section of your ventures. And it's like, it's cool. Like I said, it's cool to work a job, but people got to understand this is where money propels you. Make enough money so you can get credit. Because just because you make $2,000 after taxes, if I have good credit, I can go get a way better loan, making less than you an hour just off my business. Like if I say I'm gonna pay myself a salary of $900 out of my business, but I got a business loan. The company knows I learned how to generate money, where the company looks at you. Why would I give you a personal business loan and you work a job? You never learn how to make money. Just like in Rich Dad Poor Dad, you never learn how to not work money but make money, like print money, become your own bank.
Facts.
And it's like that part no one is kind of understanding is this is how you build credit. I'm learning that as we speak. Like, this is how you build credit. Like, not to get in my personal business, like I plan on, since my credit's kind of still working on it, I plan on getting a secure credit card with my company right now, putting a secure deposit, and in a year from now, they can look at that and say he has good positive history with his business. So I can go ahead and get that out the way. And that's just one of the steps I'm taking when it comes to credit.
Yeah, and they'll give you that money back. I touched up on getting a secure credit card, and then they'll pay you your money back at the end of the year. So
man,
it'll be unsecured. So yeah, it'll work out, bro.
It's a great time to be alive.
Oh, it really is. And the thing is, since we talking about the topic was credit versus money, somebody who make $4,000 a month won't get the same deal that a person that make $1,000 a month with a 700 credit score. He can go walk off the lot and get that car and drive off without paying nothing down because his credit score is 700. And just because you make all that money, you make $4,000 a month, you'll still have to pay that $4,000 down, and your interest rate gonna be high.
And I mean, them cats that be working in the oil field, you ever notice when they get paid and they come back, they spend. It's like spend. And I'm like, why don't y'all take that money and when y'all come back in y'all week or two, whatever y'all come back for, won't you use that for something? My son's Auntie's fiance, he's an electrician. And the way she was like, basically he goes off and make the money. She takes it and does small business. Like she sells hair. She started doing. She actually said, shout out to you. She's learning how to do the vending machine. She's the one that had the Oreos for your vending machines.
Oh yeah.
She's learning how to do vending machines and all that. She actually, when I was doing my show yesterday, she came and supported the dude I was doing a video shoot, and she started telling me about all the other business she was starting to do. And she said, yeah, basically, my fiance sends me the money, and he's learning how to be a contractor. He's actually going to be the one to put the TV I'm going to mount on the wall. And she was like, he goes, makes the money, and I take the money and I pay the bills, and I'm investing. Like, they got a food truck that they're starting up too. Like, and they was actually going to try to, they was actually trying to sell on Homecoming, but Homecoming got canceled. Yeah, she's from Hillsboro, and I was just listening to that. Okay, see, we got to have a conversation about finding the right partner when you try to build
I was just gonna say that.
That's gonna be right because there. When I heard her talking, she was just chopping it up with me yesterday at the mall. She had my son, like it's my son's mama's sister, and she was just chopping it up with me. And it was this, and when she was just telling me, I'm like, man, see, and I'm like, you know what? I love the person I'm with because it's like the right person is gonna motivate you to get out that darkness.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's your credit right there. Or they can be your creditor. They can take their money and invest in you. I'm not saying that your woman should ever co-sign for anything. I wouldn't. But if you don't have to ask, if your girl really seeing you get it, you won't have to ask. She say, this is where I step in and help out. That's the best type of help when I don't have to ask and you just know when to step in and help out. Yeah. Like I see Babe over there with his vending machine. Let me go buy some little chips. You know, like it may not be the ones he wants, but I'm going to go get him the variety pack. Yeah. And I don't think you're going to get mad.
Nah,
I mean,
it's the thought that matters.
It's the thought that matters. I mean, like, baby, I don't put this in. I don't just do straight corn chips. But I appreciate it. And I don't want the money. And it's just one of those things. I think a lot of time with women, they see that when they see their man doing their thing, that's when they just be like that, man. So, but anyway, man, you got anything else you want to discuss today, bro?
Man, we pretty much touched on all bases about credit and money. I mean, if y'all have any other questions, just comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said, it's free. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I think we hit on every point.
Okay, man. This is season 1, episode 2, money versus credit. Even though we still touch the base on a variety of things, we try to tackle it as best we can. Hey, hit me and Didi up in our inbox if y'all have any questions or if y'all want to drop any knowledge on us. Hey, man, give them your Instagram and all your information.
All right, my Instagram is BigDD214. My Snapchat is King Daddy DD. Hey, man, I can't change my name. I had them since high school, man. But yeah, hey, I've been pulling up teaching people about stocks, and I'm doing it for free right now. I don't know how long that's gonna be.
Yeah, I seen you put a status on Facebook, and I think your boy Big Mike, I think Crystal from Hillsboro, and I think I seen another person. I was like, hey, they got to tap into that. So you making waves, baby boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to just make ends meet, man. You know. But I've been pulling up and teaching people. I taught 3 people yesterday, and I'm doing it for free right now, like I said. So if y'all looking for that, just hit me in my inbox on Facebook, DD Thompson. Or you can just hit the MIB information up.
Okay.
Hit me up. All his people.
Yeah, said, you know what I'm saying? My people is his people is my people.
Facts.
Hey, man, as you see, we in my studio. If you want to ever learn, like I say, I'm still the beginner of the studio, but I can help you set up your camera. Or if you want to show me how to work more about a camera or microphones or how to do lighting, we're not above y'all hitting us up. Please hit us up. Like, this is a community effort. Like it is. So my thing is Facebook is Shelton Chi. Last name is spelled Kyei. It sounds different from what it spells. Snapchat is Chi the King. Chi the King is spelled CHITHEKING. Instagram is an artist named Chi. Artist named with the ED at the end of the name and CHI. Then hit us up on Facebook, MIB Podcast. And on Instagram is MIB Podcast. And Twitter, I think it's Podcast MIB. YouTube is MIB Podcast Texas. And that's the most part is it, man. Shout out to everybody for listening. We'll be back here for episode 3.
Yo, we vending. Hey, I'm taking y'all on a trip. We vending.
Hey, we said I'm gonna let y'all know throughout the week when we gonna do that. But hey, I'm Big Sheldon.
I'm Didi.
And we are MIB.